Yeah, I did comment why I didn't choose LGBTQ as a community to be represented on YouTube Rewind. I'm sure people would love that part. Uh, First of all, I have not just common sense, but a very objective way of thinking of like whatever is capable of influencing me is gonna be on the list. So, well, if you start a war with me, I guess you can get there by force. Everyone can get there by force. It's not that difficult. But you still have to provide me with some kind of value whatsoever. And we're gonna grind it down. We're gonna grind the cheese. I will still not acknowledge that this thing even exists. LGBTQ thing does not exist. I could give trans a platform. Uh, don't ask me why it has so many points. Okay, it's weird. It's 200 points too many. Also, it's linked with Matt Walsh, guys, because Walsh gave birth to trans. In fact, that's just wrong. It's just wait, Walsh and trans. He talks about trans so much, and he just gave birth to it. It's that simple. Well, you do talk a lot about trans, and you're not just recommending trans. You have to break it down, obviously. So there's some spice in both directions, I guess. Oh, Walsh is about to level up. Very nice. Just I'll make you watch how I sexually click his button right now. That's my sexuality, by the way. Clicking buttons right now. Because I can't really, communicate with real people, so... There you go. So now I'm coping. Obviously now I'm addicted, and this is not just a good coping for me, but potentially for hundreds and thousands other people. Yes, you can download it right now and start using it. But let's break down everything about the leftist nonsense community. I don't want to call it a bunch of letters community, okay? LGBTQ. First, it's so stupid, right? Have you ever thought about having a proper name for your goddamn community? First of all, I could call my community, GCA, J, T. What else do I like? I could add a bunch of more S's. That's my community, dude. These are just first name letters of the girls, the elements. And the S's are just, for comedic purposes. Yeah. And Selena can buy them if she wants. So, we even start off with the wrong foot out of the bed as if you don't even have a foot. The fucking rats chew off your foot. Congratulations. That leftist logic is absent. Non-existent. They just have feelings, so they just pursue their feelings and exaggerate them to infinity. They're so bloated with ego. All you need is a small little needle, and they don't just explode. I mean, they don't just pop. They explode, and guts are everywhere, and they just turn into this monster fetus creature or whatever happens in the end, dude. After they pop. After they realize there's actually reality and there's truth, guy, and you have to actually base your stuff on truth. Just because, all right, just because you're young and hot, and you're in the melting pot of orgies and stupidity, and no one really gives a fuck, doesn't mean that it's going to be over very soon for most people. So you might want to be prepared, but most people already clicked away from this video. Here's the proof. 2 minutes is max, guys. No one can survive more than 2 minutes. So congratulations, pat yourself on the back. You have, I don't know what you have. Patience? That seems nice. You know, people now realize, oh wait, I need to be able to scroll. After 1 minute, they sit in 30 seconds of self-destruction, and they're like, damn, I have to scroll, guys. I have to scroll. This is TikTok. YouTube is TikTok. Ooh, it's so easy to fucking manipulate people and just not be able to understand them whatsoever in the end. Because certain manipulations just are not supposed to work, but they're working. And that really sucks. Because I'm not manipulating people. I just see a honest piece of data. I'm not learning how to get more views or how to prolong the viewership. Whoever survives, survives. And actually, I really admire these people, except who knows if they will ever talk to me, you know, or join my Discord or whatever the fuck I want to do with my life. You know, I'm not advertising anything or selling anything. I just want to interact more with people. That's seemingly a lot more expensive than it seems. You know, it's weird. All right, so well, let's begin, boys. Our bullet points. You know, they do have meaningful letters. I do remember what they mean, and there's probably some letters beyond that at this point. But we just focus on, you know, the foundation of the whole idea, which you realize immediately, like, the lesbians... Maybe there's some difference between lesbians and gays, and, you know, because there's difference between men and women, so I guess I'll force myself to discuss that difference. Then there's bisexual, trans, and queer, which is like... Isn't it just the same word for bisexual? What is the difference? I still don't get it, guys. So I'll Google it. Or actually, we're gonna do a little bit fancier and ask AI to do it and explain it for us. Yeah, so now I respect people who say they're queer so much less because it doesn't fucking mean anything, dude. It's just an umbrella term to mean fucking bullshit, man. Shit. Yeah, anything that has an umbrella term, I don't know what the fuck you mean at this point. Holy crap, man. To refer to non-traditional, sexual, and gender identities. So basically it's the exit group of like whatever the fuck you want. It's the ultimate unicorn. Or the tail. Which would be unusual to see a human with a tail, you know. But you gotta be a furry sometimes. So non-traditional sounds about right. Sounds about right. We'll not talk about that one because I don't know what to say. You don't have an identity if you're queer. I'm sorry, dude. You don't stand out. And being in LGBTQ is all about standing out. So you choose to quit, then do it all the way. Oh wait, you probably don't know where to go next. Am I right? Huh? You got that shitty sexuality confirmed. I just let's start here. So what the fuck is queered in? Some door you can exit with, but still have a weird sexuality. So it's like you belong in a community, but you can run away from that community whenever the fuck you want. Yeah, my sexuality is like non-traditional, So I can't really define it for you guys, but trust me, I'm definitely part of your community. All right. And it's kind of cool now. We can actually like break down the construct of community in general, because I do believe like queer people would still be acceptable, because all you have to do in the community is like care and adopt values. So queer people would technically be the uh, just trying things basically. You know, they don't know, but they realize, wow, sexuality is so cool. So being non-traditional is amazing, guys. So now I have to like prime you guys, the newbies who don't know me, how I handle things. All right. Yes, I sprinkle a little bit of comedy, but most importantly, all you're gonna get is me not being nice, but very, very respectful, and I pick up your ideas and I inspect your ideas. Are your ideas good or shit? Mostly, you know, I'm primed to feel that LGBTQ is just absolutely nonsensical garbage, but because so many people support this nonsense, which it doesn't surprise me, you know, like, bullshit is supported worldwide, alright? There's plenty of bullshit to go around, alright? You can trade bullshit with everyone these days, alright? You just find a random person, and they will have, like, 20 bullshit things to trade with you. No problem, guys. So, it's not a surprise that bullshit things are very popular these days. Like, it's not a surprise. By the way, it's just an American thing. Yes, it's spreading like a disease, but it's still an American thing to do this, just like it's an American thing to have black people. It's weird, right? Yeah, we don't talk about friends. We don't talk about friends. Anyways. So. Or Africa. We don't talk about Africa either, unfortunately. I wouldn't even consider Africans black. Like, they live completely different cultures, man. They're like poor black people who are actually nice, but American black, like, ugh, stay away from that one. What is that? What is that, dude? I don't know, man. And now they want to rule the world and make you think that you're always racist for not liking them, you know. I wish, dude. I wish when a girl doesn't like me back, I can just call her a bigot or something, and then she starts liking me back. You know, I wish I had those superpowers, but it doesn't work. The life doesn't work that way, you know. You don't just guilt trip someone into liking you. You kind of just guilt trip to potentially enslave them and manipulate them, which is very ironic, you know. But yeah, I don't want immoral superpowers, anyways. So you keep it to yourself, okay? You want to start a war with an actual sensible person, you're gonna be ripped into shreds. It's not a big deal for me. Emotional damage is what I do best. So you think you can press some cool buttons on your keyboard? A missile strike, a missile strike all the way. Alright, that's how you're gonna feel. Impending doom. If you try and argue with me, because most people don't know how to argue, unfortunately. You have your sexuality, but your mouth is shut. What are you gonna do now? You can't even show or deny consent. Oh, you're just like a rabbit. I just take a rabbit and do whatever I want with it, and no one's gonna stop me, dude. A human-sized rabbit. That's a good one. So, you have to be primed to also be very scared, and imagine that you're playing a horror game. You can imagine that you're playing a horror game alongside with PewDiePie, but PewDiePie moved on from horror games. He's better than that. He has plenty of subscribers. The only horror game he's playing is trying to sell you the VPN as if he's the first YouTuber to do it. Am I right? That's the real horror game right now. Holy shit, man. I would be shitting my pants if I had to do that. Anyways. So yeah, we can start with queer, and now we're priming this whole idea as like, it's a good way to like introduce people what community really supposed to look like. So yeah, queer is something that you kind of put on the cloak of like, yes, I have a weird sexuality or whatever. Yes, I agree with you guys. So, but you normally just do it so you get the experience and then get the fuck out of here. You don't get harmed, basically. You can do whatever you want. You can change your mind whenever you want. That's the power of being queer, I would imagine. But now let's, let's just pretend queer is freedom to leave whenever. Because, you need that stuff. But then we get a little bit deeper. Oh, oops. And a lot of people would declare, well, probably not lesbian or gay, but be bisexual. And for me, what that simply means. By the way, this video is sponsored by Courtney. For some reason, she thought that talking about sexuality is a good idea, but, everyone thinks that way. It just doesn't feel like she had much sexual experience. I'm not sure. Just doing comedy about sex, it's not it, alright? You gotta have a stable relationship and brag about it to everyone. And you can have many of them, or one, but you have to have one. Alright, you have to make a choice and have experiences and talk about your experiences and not just say, I have a sexuality because I thought about it. Shut the fuck up, man. Shut the fuck up. So it's all just a thought experiment in the end, right? So you're just destroying this community just like that. Oh, it's not serious, it's just a thought experiment, Sexuality is something you can come up with, instead of find out eventually. Yeah, but that's how it makes me feel. Like, yes, people are trying to explore their sexuality, but eventually they just, come up with bullshit. Of like, oh, I'm attracted this way, that way, so I'll scientifically figure out a special little term that I picked up from this amazing community, and gonna spread awareness about how scientific I am about this thing. I have to bring up science because that's how much I hate this community, dude. What the hell is this? Eat science, guys. You must understand the biggest prime thing, and I have to remind you guys, this amazing meme. So you're telling me there's a rise of virgins and LGBTQ at the same time? 3 times, 2 times? Interesting, isn't it? Because it makes absolutely no sense. There's more people without even ability to have asexuality to begin with, and there's people who figured it out. They embraced it into the rainbow color spectrum and understood the science behind it and all that shit, man. But science is not good enough. You need to understand logic behind it, because you can explore science as much as you want. But if you're creating hypocrisy and inequality just like that, just what you see here, your science is ass. Alright? I'm not gonna lick that ass. It's pretty shitty. It's full of bullshit. So, I'm sorry, dude. I don't know what kind of sexuality you came up with, but the inequality is growing. And my frustration is also growing, and I can always just create an army of virgins that will just obliterate your stupid community. Virgins are very strong, okay? I know from experience, from being myself a virgin, so I know how to weaponize virgins at the very least, and relate to them very much. So, don't start a war. Do not fight me. Don't dare. Alright? I'll find enough virgins, and you're not just gonna feel the impending doom. You'll feel impending torture, which is way worse than doom. Alright? Sudden death is nothing compared to torture. So, yeah. I hate to give you guys my ultimate weapons, but this community definitely deserves doing something else than feeling sexually, primed. About whatever you guys want to do with your sexuality. Just you gonna make relationships using your sexuality? Oh, I hope, man. Because usually you take whatever you can get, whatever is valuable. You take whatever. You don't need a sexuality to do that. You just need a principle that says, I take whatever I can get. Alright? I'm attracted to love and happiness. Oh, wow! What a crazy sexuality that is, am I right? So, these idiots, they picked up the word principle and switched it to something else called sexuality. And now that's their set of principles now. And the reason why there's so many sexualities is because there's a lot of principles. So, I see the parallel, guys. I very much see the parallel. Because, again, principles also make you attracted to certain things because they make you do certain things. So, wow. Wow, you attacked my favorite word and twisted it apart, and now it's definitely war, and I'm very angry. You gotta untwist that word. Untwist it, boys. Because you must also understand that sexuality itself is about making relationships. So at first, again, as I've said, you try and maximize that shit. You don't try and constrain yourself and try and see like, oh, maybe this, that. Bisexuals, a little bit, less constrained potentially. They're trying to remove the constraint. But it doesn't work that way. Alright? It just doesn't work that way. Because you also have to have focus. Alright? You also have to have an ability to just want something really much, and opposite gender always provides that. Alright? The opposite values that you have. It's not just a fucking joke little thing, and you can just pretend, oh, I have everything I always wanted. Now I can just, afford to love exactly the same gender, and there's no problem with that. Oh, I can just afford it. Yeah, I'm sure you can afford just having a half of a brain. It's not going to be a big deal. You're still going to be alive. You can afford it, but why would you just sell it off just like that, Why would you just lose it? Why would you just lose the opportunity to have the rest of your fucking brain? What? I'm sorry, dude. You have to take from life what it gives you and forget about how much it hurts, how emotionally you feel. You gotta take from life what it gives you. And when it comes to trans people, they actually destroy their own lives, potentially trying to change their own gender or whatever. There's certain things that you shouldn't try and change anymore. Just accept it. But you can build on top of that your actual identity, not sexual identity, your actual identity as a person. I think that's a pretty interesting thing to do, sometimes, because most people don't have that, unfortunately. And I don't care. It's just like saying, well, life is all about sexuality, and here's what kind of candy I like. Here's candy. Oh, wow. Very interesting. I look at your candy and it looks like shit. And you put that in your mouth? And you call it sexuality too? Alright. Anyways, so there's a lot to break down. So, people put restraints on what they are attracted to. The word principles is twisted into sexuality. Wow. I very much enjoy that one. Bisexuals are still constraining themselves. As they lose focus, man. Technically, you know, your sexuality is whatever the strongest relationship you have. That would be a very proper definition, because definitions should be based on evidence, right? You hold some kind of evidence of what defines you as a certain type of person. All right, it's just based on how big of a loving relationship you have, and it has to be the biggest one that will define you. Obviously, you have multiple, then you pick up a bucket of relationships, like top 5, and then see what comes up. Is it women, men? Is it a mixed bag or whatever? That sort of stuff I can understand. There's evidence. There's a story behind it. It's not just like trauma-based or what. I just thought about it, guys. I just put some bunny ears and now I'm hopping like a bunny all of a sudden. Oh, fuck off, man. It's gonna end and end very badly if you're gonna fucking identify yourself as a bunny all the way. Because people will stop taking you seriously, dude. There's serious consequences when you go and age, alright? And gain experience in life. And if you have wasted your time, the next step in your life is gonna be traumatic as fuck, dude. You wish, man. You wish you'd be butt-fucked all the time, man. By whoever. By a wolf, man. Forget about sexuality. You deserve to be in a fucking jungle, with a bunch of animals at this point. You'll have a much better time than being with human beings, because you're going to be in fear mode all the time. Or something. Yeah, maybe I exaggerated. I would fear living in jungle. Anyways. Alright. It is an interesting thing, like, you can send it to your friend and ask, like, how long of this video can you survive before your brain melting through your fucking nose or something? That would be a fantastic prompt. A hook to spread this video across. Don't do that, because I don't like attention. Because I don't get attention, so that would just change my worldview. Oh, people actually give attention sometimes. That's weird. Anyways. You know what? Again, the best prompt ever. I can barely hold a conversation, and you know your sexuality already. Also, most importantly, just to repeat the point, you need evidence to support your definitions. So you don't switch instantly without consequences, alright? You have to break your relationships and move on to something else that's better. You can't just break your relationships and then kill yourself immediately after because you're so heartbroken or something. You can't just destroy your life, alright? You have to replace it with something better. So, those are the requirements, guys. And this community is full of shit and probably shouldn't even exist to begin with. I'm giving you like the mistakes you're making, but I'm not just like teaching some kind of like game developers or something that, has potential to exist, that I acknowledge that they exist. Like this shit, I don't think it can exist. By the way, I also have to give you guys a prompt here. I don't see myself as virgin because there's internet. And internet kind of messes up the definition of what being a virgin even is. Because you can always look up porn and hot pictures of women. That's cool. It's still not exactly the end of undefining yourself as a virgin anymore. Because you have to attempt to try to talk to real people, and if they don't want to talk, you win. You're not a virgin anymore. You're a fucking destroyer of the universe. That's who you are. Congratulations. You have been promoted by me. We will start the war. We will create the community of destroyer of the universe. Obviously, I consider myself the greatest community that I found is gold mining, which is the content that I provide. All right, guys, it's somewhere here. Here it is. Gold mining long-term content, like hours and hours of content you can find. But pick and choose whichever you like the most. All right, that's the whole idea. You don't subscribe. You don't watch all my videos. You just pick one. Try and survive. Maybe you pick this one. Congratulations. Maybe once a month you can watch one. Just like a special occasion. I will definitely respect that. Anyways. Where do we go next, am I right? We kind of touched bisexual, so why is it so bad to lose focus, man? First of all, you have to be goal-oriented. You have to establish a relationship and be able to keep it and make it stable and all these things. And then you can move on to something else. But bisexuals simply say that, anything will happen in my future. I can have a relationship with anything, honestly. Oh, really? Okay, cool. Who is it gonna be, though? Who? Because it is actually gonna define your sexuality quite a bit, and you will stop being bisexual. You'll be actually defined, unfortunately. Which is why I immediately said, like, you need evidence. And this being bisexual is one of the most difficult things in the universe, because you have to actually be attracted to two different genders, like, with evidence. Like, how are you gonna do that? It's insane, dude. It's insane. Holding two relationships at once, at the same level. What kind of magic is that, dude? I wish I had that superpower. But again, I can't even talk to a person without offending them and destroying their life, basically. And then they want to destroy my life. That's what I think will happen in the future. Right now, I don't even know, because people are just too ignorant to give me a clue of what happens. Alright? Everyone just, tight in their communities, and they're spreading fucking nonsense with each other, but they're in that tight little bubble where no one can get in or get out. I guess I'd never really tried to invade, but I tipped my toes into a lot of things, and no one seems to care. If I'm capable of defining 33 communities, you think I'm fucking clueless? You think I'm not supposed to be invited in any of these communities and interacted with? No, it's just, you guys are fucking losers. The only thing you can blame now, to try and convince me otherwise, is that, oh man, YouTube authorities have shadow banned you and they don't like you anymore. I will create a second channel to test your fucking theory, but I don't feel that way, dude. I just don't. I feel like people are goldfishes and they want to scroll on a YouTube video that's 2 hours long. How did you click on this thing? Oh, unbelievable, Not you, but like everyone who just already clicked away the first minute. It's fantastic. Okay. I know my videos are not like highly edited or whatever, and people can't handle opinions unless it comes from, their idol. All right? Then they will suck it up. Oh, I follow my idol. I love my idol. Yeah. And I'm growing to become an idol. What about it? This is the only time you can actually interact with a person when they're growing. So it's the best time to be sexually attracted to me. All right. Unfortunately, I am male. I am actually defined. So it, but you can use it as evidence that you are okay. Most people would be gay in this case. I don't know, dude. You do you, man. But I'm giving you guys my weapon of choice that I will stab you with if I don't like you. If you define yourself as a part of this community and not many other communities, you choose something else. Okay, I'll give you 10 seconds to choose something else, and if you don't, then stabby, 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 stab, and we'll drink your blood. But if no blood comes out, I won't drink it. So there's some choice there. You might not bleed. Yeah, it's a weird choice. What was the prompt? So yeah, bisexuals surely need some magical powers to have two genders as evidence. Very nice. So we eliminated queer and bisexual, bigendered. Alright. I could go back to queer a little bit because we got a lot of prompt, like bullet points. Okay. What about it? What about them queer? So, it still seems pretty much the same. You just want to experiment and leave. You just want to, you can say question the content of the community, and I guess I do respect queer if they're doing exactly that. In fact, Rebecca Black seems to start with being queer, and now she's gay for some reason. Now we smash. Now we smash that insect. She started making bad music. Actually, her latest song is pretty cool. Makes me wanna cry. Okay. I hope she's singing about herself, honestly. Because she will make me wanna cry, eventually. Potentially. If she tries to hurt me, I don't know. I'm just twisting reality at this point. Anyways, let's go to gay or trans. Which one do we choose? Obviously, trans should be easier, right? It's very interesting. When you explore the world of porn, anything goes basically. So, also we can just define B as black, because why not? Am I right? It's now black. Just like we defined Q as question, we're just define it as black. Because that's the only thing that you're gonna attract by being a bisexual is a lot of black men. Alright? And you're gonna attract a porn industry, and they'll see who you're truly attracted to, We'll see, guys. We'll see if you really like men. Alright? And we'll try and figure out what kind of women you like too. I'm sure there's some scary women out there, like old grandmas or something. We'll try your bisexuality a little bit. Which one do you like the most? All right. So trans people, are these transparent people, or what's going on there? Well, trans apparently defines themselves as Matt Walsh fans. first of all, most importantly, as we already established that one. Oh shit, man. Sorry, Courtney, for, you know, putting you on the spot, but you did it to yourself. I'm sorry. You did it. You made it. You sponsored this video. Goddamn Courtney, man. But it's a good video, like, why would you complain, am I right? Starting a war against ignorant people is just what you do. And then the war ends when they stop being ignorant. It's very simple. You know, that's how wars are started. Oh, you didn't know? Well, I know. I know. Alright. Anyways, so trans. Again, they have a little bit of points. Now a little bit less because Matt Walsh is not gonna sponsor that shit. It's just gonna rip them apart. But he is making content trans-based, so I have to reevaluate the link. But he inspired me to check out what trans people are all about, because it's a very, very curious world. And obviously it's just men becoming women. And statistics say that, oh, women are trying to be men as well. Boo-hoo. Very funny. I don't see it that way at the moment, but good luck with that one. It's just, you know, men seem like a little bit desperate, and they're just like, I'll just become a woman, and I can instead of defining myself as a virgin, I can just fuck myself, and technically that goes away. Technically, I have a transcendental personality. I mean, sexuality or whatever. That's how you do it. That's kind of the explanation, really. Like, there's some weird and energetic stuff you can come up with. For example, like, you're attracted to women for so long, so much, that you just become a woman because you just simply cannot release that tension anymore. Which is kind of similar to what I just said. Like, you're virgin for so long, you just decide to become a woman and fuck yourself. Very funny. But sometimes it's true, because, like, it opens doors sometimes. But only if you're American. It will close a lot of doors if you tried this bullshit anywhere else, man. It will not just close sexuality or relationship doors. It will just literally close a lot of doors. You might just be closed in a prison cell. I don't know, dude. And you have to think about it, you know, like, there's different cultures and they don't really respect this stuff. So, you might want to try and convince them as well. And this is why nobody will try and convince me, because, you know, don't. But I am a person on the internet. I am within reach, so you can try. You know, they can try at this point. Whoever's watching this video probably will not try anymore. Probably now I have to give you secret messages of how to arm yourself against this nonsense. But I won't. I have to just break it down, basically, as much as possible, because that was the intention of the video. And my intention is not to interact with anyone that I don't know yet. Ugh! Ow, ow, ow. Alright, so, where do we start with trans people? I don't get it, dude. Oh yeah, so we said, trans are probably just, so attracted to opposite gender, or so straight but rejected they had to infiltrate. There you go, boys. That's what it feels like to me, and that's a cool strategy to have. Everything else, if there's other intentions than that, then I don't really respect that anymore. Self-mutilation is also not acceptable whatsoever. You might as well start with cutting off your head and see how that, feels. Maybe you'll like it. Maybe that sexuality sticks with you, but, I wouldn't recommend it to my friends, for example. So I don't know why, but you try, see what happens. I don't know. You know. So, a headless sexuality, yeah, that's a very good transition. Um, Honestly, the tea belongs to Taylor Swift, so she owns this sexuality. If you want to be trans, you will also burn in fires of hell, because it's not gonna be funny, dude. It's not gonna be funny, dude. Yeah. So far, I have a very good success rate of dodging LGBTQ community, which is kind of interesting because there's 1 in 6 chance that an influencer is going to be one of those people. I guess Rebecca Black just kind of stabbed me in the face with that one, though. So I can't. I guess I have to concede, guys. I guess she belongs, guys, and I didn't, feature her. But if we, ignore the 4 girls that I have and focus on the rest, I don't know their sexuality for most part, and I don't really care. I'm just, have my fingers crossed and hoping that it's being normal is your sexuality. That would be a good one. All right. I don't really care what your sexuality is. Uh, Maybe try and be normal, and it will make life a lot easier, because then you're just going to be defined based on what you do and kind of what you like, and you can keep that weird kinky stuff somewhere deep down until I actually get there, and I'll take it not on the surface, you know putting it on the surface is like walking around naked all the time, which is a cool thing to do, and it's, going to attract a lot of bugs and losers who want to sexually exploit you. But in the end, I just don't think it's a good idea to just walk around naked, you know. Eventually, people realize that you do not have, you know, a hidden carry gun to defend yourself, so they're just gonna smash you with a baseball bat or whatever. You can be naked and with a baseball bat, then you're gonna be a badass person. All right, badass person. Um, but I still think it's a little bit uncomfortable to lose all your privacy just like that by will. Just will your privacy away. Just tell everyone who you're attracted to. Because that, if you just say you're attracted to landmines, I don't know how long you're gonna survive. But sexuality is just as dangerous as just randomly exploding, because you're really looking for them landmines just so you could step on that. Like, I'm pretty sure it's very dangerous. All right, like if people are scared of emotional damage, sexuality is an amplified emotional damage, maybe by 10, 100 potentially. But like, I had a girl come over to my room and then leave. We kind of have a normal time, but I was so heartbroken that she just left eventually that I cried for like 30 minutes. There was nothing between us. We didn't kiss, hug. I barely touched her hand, And I cried for 30 minutes. So, do you think I'm a fucking loser or something? No. It's just that's how emotionally damaging reality can be. And it gets worse. Because what if we had sex, Like, she didn't like me or something in the end. She said, like, I manipulated you. That would just completely just obliterate me, dude. right now I'm a little bit stronger person. I can probably handle, a kiss, and I will only cry for an hour. All right, just an hour. But anything bigger than that, and holy shit, man, I don't know if I can survive that anymore. I think I'll actually, volunteer to just spend another year in a hospital. That it makes sense to me. If anything more happens, so I don't know where do people get them sexualities, but like holy shit, if I cannot handle it, and I can handle a lot of things on the internet, you just a living zombie at this point to me until you prove otherwise. All right. So I can barely have a cool girl in my room and then cry for 30 minutes. So you really think you can survive sex? You sure about that, man? Very interesting theory you have there. As I've said, it's just completely unfair to swim in the same boat with virgins and brag about your sexuality. But it's fine as long as you don't actually have an evidence and actual relationship. Then your mystical unicorn community does not actually exist yet, unfortunately. I have no evidence that it exists. And, even Rebecca Black is like taking a piss on like, oh, I'm definitely gay, guys. And who you dating right now? Show me a girl you have kissed on camera. You need even more evidence because of that, because you're twisted. All right, just like that, and you're announcing it to public. So now give me the evidence. Now I'm invested in your story. What's next? And I'm pretty sure she's gonna be like, oh, okay, I'm not gay anymore. Congratulations. That's how easy it is. All right. No, obviously she will send, armies upon armies, and we're gonna battle it out in the ultimate Scott Pilgrim style battles and all that shit. Defeat 100 evil X's, no problem, dude. I can spend time defeating people, I love that shit. If she's gonna be the first one to suggest that, I'm still gonna be very much in love, because now I have a goal to complete and a game to play for the rest of my life, and an idea generator. And give me the X number 69. Oh, that's a good one. We're almost there. So, what else do we have? You can handle sex? Tell me more. How about public scrutiny for what your sexuality really is? All that stuff. Leftists brag about this stuff and being a part of this community. But do you guys have like YouTube channels that I could watch your content or something? Because I can't. I just didn't stumble upon it at the moment. Maybe you guys are blacklisted just like I am. We have something in common. Very interesting. Except I'll probably just grow out of it. I don't know what you guys are going to be doing by then. Should I take a break and like watch some gay porn or something? Just to get the vibe? It's not going to make me gay though, unfortunately. As some people would want to suggest. Just because you have a kink, and I do not have a gay kink whatsoever. But it's sometimes like weirdly interesting to see gay stuff, because like how far did your brain travel to arrive in this location, So I almost want to see it, but like, nah, dude. The traditional stuff is like too good. So if I'm wasting my juice, I'm wasting it on traditional stuff, man. Or I can, watch zoo porn. Zoo porn is pretty good. Look at that. I'm gonna flex zoo porn on you guys. Because I know there's not many survivors anyways. You guys deserve it. 400 points. How many can you fucking generate? Anyways. Yeah, I'm much more attracted to animals like a normal person. Well, normal people are not attracted sexually, but like, why not? Why wouldn't you be? Yes, I know pets are like small animals, but like, they came from the bigger animals that, like, potentially can have sex with you somehow in a weird way. And it's like, wait, what have we been doing in the caveman age? I want to know now. I want to know if they had even better ability to subject themselves to porn than we do, because animal stuff is pretty fucking ridiculous. It's actually even, illegal almost, because most porn sites wouldn't be able to host that shit. But I guess just by talking about it, I'm getting in trouble right now. I hear sirens and handcuffs clanging. Uh-oh. You watch something, we're gonna erase your memory right now. Men in Black are gonna show up. Oh. Dude, like, people make smash or pass videos about Pokemon. So, the next obvious step is watching porn videos about Pokemon. Quote unquote Pokemon in real life. Like, because Pokemon are equivalent to animals. So, I just transitioned. Eventually, I arrived. Because Pokemon are way more attractive than people anyways. Nah, it's fine, guys. Also, shout out to Milk Tank, again. Even though I literally did it the last video I made. But we're gonna do it again. Milk Tank is the best. I want milk right now. Anyways, and not from dudes, though. But I probably wouldn't care at this point. I probably wouldn't care. I probably just... If a dude likes me, obviously I will destroy the shit out of him before I become gay or something. But there's still a possibility that I will become gay, and I'm just like, oh wow, okay. But you have to actually win a competition. You have to show evidence that I like you, and you have enough value to just switch my gears or whatever. How cool is that, right? But right now, I'm probably gonna be repelled. I'm probably gonna treat men as men supposed to be treated, which is, you start war with men and you don't you take men very seriously, because you never know when they want to stab you in the face and steal all your stuff, because they might just be stronger than you are, and they always love flexing their powers of all kind. While women are kind of like very harmless, and they would just run away when they sense danger or whatever, and that's it. You don't take them seriously, whatever they say. You just can undefine it very quickly and reprogram it and repurpose it. But you have to do it relentlessly and convince them relentlessly, because they don't want to give up to anyone necessarily. They don't want to lose control, the little amount of control that they have. I kind of broke down genders already, but it doesn't put me in a better spot. People want to be abusive and manipulative and exploitative, so I just have to battle it out. There's no really easy way just because you have some kind of knowledge of whatever about genders or whatever. But most people don't even know that. They can't even define a woman. Like, that's fucking pathetic. This is where you start, dude. Isn't that where you start? So you have a sexuality but can't define what a woman is. And, it's like, oh, it helps me, and it helps trans people transition faster. We don't need to help people to mutilate themselves and harm themselves and confuse themselves. We don't need to help them to do that, unfortunately. Okay? I don't think you need to help people destroy their own lives. Pretty weird. Alright? Pretty weird thing to do. Alright? Pretty weird principle to follow. Because again, most of these people who belong in these communities, they just consume pity points. Alright? Oh, it feels good to, like, treat you in a nicer way now because you're like a fragile person, you have exposed your personality, you walk around naked all the time. So I'm not exactly sure if you lose that much privacy by walking around naked. What do you have to hide, am I right? But technically, if trans people want to be effective, they can walk around naked. They actually, well, most trans people are gonna brag about being trans after all, so that doesn't work. But most of the time you want to trick people based on your looks, on the way you look, on the first impression, whether you look like a woman or a man. That's how people will define you, alright? You have to understand how definitions work, and usually people define you based on how you look. It's very simple. So if you really look like a woman, you might trick me for like a certain amount of time, but and it might work. Why not? You can role play as anything. I've been role playing as the girls that I like for a long time, since I started this whole nonsense 4 years ago. The story, when it started, I was role playing as those girls, and I didn't felt any more gay. I just were very attracted to them. I just needed to know how their psychology works. And looking from their perspective, all of a sudden, it's a potentially a different world, but I don't want to stay in that perspective. I just want to give and receive love and trade that way, and no problem. Alright? I just want to embrace who I am as a person first. And if I cannot do that, if the world is too difficult, too complicated for me to do that, if virgins are not being appreciated and invited into this community, which is the greatest problem of all time, and is the test of whether a community is legit or not, do you invite people who need your help the most? Alright? So if virgins are being laughed at, why do we not invite them into these communities so they can explore their sexuality? Because, they never really had one. Like, if that's so important to you guys, like, you must understand how big of a meme that one sentence is. It's crazy. It's just the most mind-blowing thing, and I will upload, that meme, or I will create that meme for the next year and see what happens. The shit will get even crazier next year on YouTube Rewind, dude. Until people will notice, dude. And lose their minds. Because by the time they will notice, it will be too late. I've already planted my seeds everywhere, dude. Everywhere. They're not necessarily harmful seeds, but now I'll just have tons and tons of ownership over this platform, basically, when you realize. And trying to rip the seed out of yourself is potentially even gonna kill you, It's trying to destroy cancer. You don't know how harmful it could be to try and destroy cancer, because you're still destroying a part of yourself. I mean, the story of Technoblade is pretty crazy. He had to just remove the entire arm just to try and survive. Like, that's That's a sweet story, dude. If only you did cancer research instead of playing Minecraft. Maybe you could have survived. Anyways, but yeah, that's it, dude. That's it. That's how ignorant people are. People would rather play Minecraft than watch my videos. Not you, but that's what it is right now. So and I'm willing to interact with them, and I'm willing to, play Minecraft with them if that's what they want to do. But now I'm just sitting here alone without a community that I belong in besides gold mining. Being the leader of a community myself. A community, probably one of the most powerful ones as well. I still haven't checked the power level of each community, but I know it's different. Alright. But you can always upgrade the power level and always shifts around. So trying to define it is it's not that simple, I would say. Just like you can change racing games into racist games, and all of a sudden it's so much better, guys. Because games are harmless, so being racist in a game, absolutely satisfying, I would imagine. And this game is called Making a Video on YouTube. I can be as hateful as I want. Yes, it will get me banned from YouTube, but YouTube, by banning me, it will destroy itself because I definitely planted seeds and created cancer. Once you notice that I'm harmful, once you start being scared of me, oh no, boys, oh no. Things are gonna get so much worse once YouTube shows fear that I exist. Because it's not gonna be Andrew Tate level of insanity. Andrew Tate never tipped his toes into YouTube or other YouTubers or have watched YouTube videos. He was busy, making money. I'm not busy making money. I'm busy destroying the fucking fabric of reality and understanding that shit. So, yeah. The damage is significantly worse. If people want to approach it that way as well, so, just a reminder, guys, there's so many cool things you can do in life. So, this community is too weird. I'll just repeat myself. Weird. Cause what do you guys do? What is the content here? I guess the kink porn at this point. But I have the porn community already, and porn is always going to be about finding your special kings and what turns you on. It can be anything. So if that's all this is, but it isn't. It's trying to be its own thing, See, dude, it's like the next level of porn. Believe me. I really did. So, what is this LG thing? Let's go into the gay territory. And gay talk is like, whew, that's a tough one. Just to make sure we finish with trans. Yeah, that's a pretty strong statement. Is there anything else whatsoever? Like, Matt Walsh introduced me to the concept and how, prevalent it is and how people still don't get the definition of woman anymore. They cannot define it anymore because trans people exist and they can just undefine what a woman is, apparently. So, once I'm able to dress up as a cat woman, I guess I will start undefining the idea of a cat. But that's happening right now, I guess. I don't know. It's weird. Well, but people can start acting like cats, really just like cats. And what is that? Well, it's still gonna be a human cat because it's very difficult to trick anyone that you're a cat or not a cat. You can kind of trick people whether you're a woman or not. I don't know how far you're gonna go and actually mutilate yourself and change your body and grow muscle, inject yourself with like hormones or some bullshit. Like, I don't know, dude. You can go very far, and I just don't see the value in that, dude. Yes, you're like exploring the unexplored territories, but anytime you spend money on entertainment, you're gonna be rejected, okay? From the internet. Go spend your money, dude. Go travel, go do your surgery. Just don't brag about it on the internet because we want free stuff, okay? So you're not gonna sell your garbage ideologies here. So I'm sorry, dude. You're banned from the internet if you spend money on entertainment. It's just not gonna work. Yes, you can appreciate, you can donate, but essentially, it's not supposed to be like a constant addiction like drugs where you spend tons and tons of money on that stuff. And just because you have money, that doesn't mean that's the best way to spend it either, and that you will get respect by doing so. None of this thing is true. So, good luck. Also, buy your next NFT as fast as possible before I start talking about how NFTs are bullshit. Oh, wait, I probably already talked about something like that. Oh, this sounds like Bitcoin to me. BTQ, man. Bitcoin. That's what it is, guys. You guys just bought a bunch of Bitcoins with this community. Alright. And the rainbow flag? I mean, how much creativity do you need to have, basically? The rainbow flag, the diversity. Actually, we have to talk about why diversity managed to get into my list of communities, but this community couldn't do it for some reason. Couldn't squeeze themselves in. And, for me, like, different races, different cultures, or whatever, that's what diversity is supposed to mean. When you like forcing diversity, it's not gonna work. All right, you have to be like very, very special, but still influential, and that's a very difficult combination of things. All right, because you have to attract me with something no one else is doing, so you can't really prove that you're doing it better or worse. But it has to be so unique, but it still has to be like very good quality stuff. So it's such an impossible task. But again, one person is now representing diversity. Technically, I would say two, because I would say the unicorn meme definitely fits the bill, dude. Maybe both women kind of are part of this thing, but I feel like there's a lot more people doing podcasts than doing political content. I think that's a much more rare unicorn. But yeah, that sort of stuff I also consider diversity. If again you are very rare as a person and you happen to be influential, that's cool. Forced diversity, I'm against that by all means. Just trying to be influential, trying to stir up the pot and reinvent certain characters as now black people as the trend these days. Well, good luck with that. You took the risk. Your movie's gonna flop. Very likely. Yes, people are gonna talk about your movie now. But it's probably gonna flop, dude. Because it's just gonna make people uncomfortable. People want consistency, and when a white person becomes a black person, that's not something a person can do these days, so it feels like the consistency is out of order. It's almost like making this Ghostbuster movie and starring women all of a sudden. which apparently happened, but I'm just trying to erase that memory right now. Even though I literally don't care about Ghostbusters, I just know how much people hated the idea and the movie itself, I would imagine. So yeah, you don't do switches like that. Maybe for comedic purposes, stuff like that. But yeah, because that's what comedy is really about. Like, comedy is about trying kind of offensive things, but you're just trying things. You're not taking it seriously. You see whether it's gonna work or not, and you go deeper and deeper and see how many things are actually working, and then you're like in this revelation of like, wow, it is pretty cool. It's not just funny. It's like it's very exciting for people. That's kind of the superpower of comedy. Which is, I guess we have to know that down. Use comedy to test if something works. Because again, you're not taking it seriously. You know what you're doing, but you're still very respectful. You're trying to make jokes. Your brain is like shooting fireworks, basically, based on the material you find. So everyone knows, you know. I appreciate that sort of stuff. Alright, what else do we have? So now can we do the gay talk? I already said it would take a long time for me to become gay all of a sudden. And I have explored the internet. I mean, some kind of fucking miracle has to happen, dude. A miracle. And just because I'm attracted to a person in the moment, just because like a dude likes me and I'm like, okay, I'll spend time with you, and some kind of flirty relationship boils up, he still has to survive for like half a year now. That's what it takes to outcompete my current attachments that I have. Half a year. I could do a calculation right now. So why not we do that? So right now we have Selena with 13,000 points. And that is 216 hours. And normally you spend like 1 to 2 hours with a person every day, if you really like them. So let's say 1.5 or something. And then you have the result of this. But I do see it like as a half a year, dude. Like literally, because 1.5 hours is like on the good days. Alright? You spend 1.5 hours with a person on the good days. So what? It's a very intense relationship. Alright? It would probably take those 200 days, man. It would probably be a 1-hour relationship. Who knows? But now it's a goddamn ass challenge. And at the same time, I just don't find male bodies attractive to begin with. Yeah, because there's so much manipulation and so much exploitation in the world, I can't help to think that this whole community is about trying to exploit humanity in a different way. And it has to be obliterated, because if that's all they do, then it's a little bit too obvious. Then the game is on. Let's see how fast we can obliterate you guys. Karma is definitely a bitch when it finds you and it defines you. And unfortunately, it's not looking good so far. Despite me being respectful and all that stuff, I'm still primed to hate you guys because I'm being ignored, so I can think whatever the fuck I want, man. Who's gonna stop me, man? I mean, anyone can just like write a comment right now and just start battling with me, but out of all these people who are in my Discord so far, everyone's pretty much dead. So, internet is not an active or interactive place. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. Whatever you guys have will not stand the test of time that easily. It will be transformed many, many times. It's just an infant technology in comparison to the possibilities. So, if you think your community is safe, like, come on, man. I don't even think these communities are safe without transforming into something more and more vicious and crazy. You know, AI is growing very fast. TikTok is crazy huge. You know, almost everything is ridiculously influential here. And the LGBTQ is influential. I don't disagree with that. It's just kind of like TikTok, but it's even worse because it's not like an application that I can use. It's just something I hear from now and then that, oh, I have this sexuality, I have this, you know, pronoun that you must use or whatever. Like, shove it all the way up your ass, because it's a shit. All right, and you need to feel some constipation with that, because it's a very big shit in there. All right, you can't just throw it away. You have to show that you can actually shit it out. That it's not too big to clog up your system and completely obliterate you as a human being. But you know. That's also the evidence I need a little bit, because now I can't trust this nonsense. So now let's do the gay stuff. The most relevant thing. Should I talk with Jewel right now? How gay do you feel you? Because I broke down Jewel by using a simple test. When did you become gay? When did you start dyeing your hair? When did you start doing weird behavior? Oh, she started it when she started using TikTok. Oh, now I can explain everything. So you're not gay, you're just using TikTok. That's what's happening, alright? You just feel like you belong in some kind of community, but you're actually just playing with children at this point. Children who discovered the internet for the first time because they really wanted to. Alright, they didn't see use of the internet beforehand, but now they do. Oh wow, now they're just sucking up that TikTok thingy. Alright, I'm attached to YouTube for very good reasons, and I'm not gonna go from this platform. Alright? I don't necessarily encourage people to just use TikTok. I mean, just use YouTube. If you have never touched internet before, TikTok is a much better place to start. Because even YouTube agrees by making shorts a thing. And the shorts can potentially give you more views. But if you're making shorts, you're going to be making TikToks as well, I hope. You're going to try different platforms. That's why I don't make shorts. Because, first of all, I don't know how to make them. But even if I did know how to make them, now I would be trying different platforms and see which one is better for me. And very likely TikTok is always going to be number one in the end. So, that's just very scary for me to just switch platforms just like that. Just because I started making shorts or something. Whatever gives me success technically owns me in the end, but that's why I have to be quite, sneaky and careful to not be successful in territories that I don't want to be successful in. I do think LGBTQ competition or a territory or community, I wouldn't want to succeed in this one. Alright? It's just weird. It's just a weird place. I've already broken down too many things that make it very weird and not normal whatsoever. And most importantly, I don't want to succeed in twisting the word principles and calling it sexuality, dude. I just don't want to do that. Oh, I'm attracted to wealth and wealth and happiness. Yes, you do. Money and bitches. That's what I'm attracted to, guys. All right. So, what else can we talk about the gay stuff? It's so weird, man. Do I actually use outside references this time? Because it feels, a little bit unfair. But, I had bite-sized snacks. I don't want to dive into this area. I don't want to explore it. Yes, that means I'm weaker in terms of attacking it. But, I'll allow this to be a mystery box. Whatever happens, happens. If I never bumped into this, I don't feel a threat to not speculate. And if I do bump into this, there's still no reason for me to watch videos that I already watched, So, unless I really like them and I want to see if I caught all the details, basically. That's why you would rewatch stuff. Also, do you want to hear what my sexuality really is? This is it, guys. This is what it sounds like. It's actually what my pronouns sound like. So whenever you want to say my pronouns, you have to do this. Alright? I don't know how you do it over the internet, but yeah, you gotta cheer. That's my pronouns. Laughter, a laugh track, and a lot of clapping. Congratulations. Well, no, cheering is different than laugh track. I'm sorry, guys. It's similar, but, I want to feel good. I don't want to feel like I'm being laughed at, there's a difference. Anyways. How do I approach this gay nonsense? Is there even anything to approach anymore? Should I actually watch some gay sex to get the vibe? Yeah, let's see how long I survive. Alright. You can see it's 31 minutes. Let's see how long I survive watching gay sex if I can find valuable stuff doing so. Also, what would happen if I just type in gay? Yeah, gay marriage. I don't like LGBT. All right, let's see what happens when you dislike that stuff. Oh, a gun to your face? Homophobic comments? Shut the fuck up. Stop stopping people. Community because of the toxic people. I haven't... Shut the fuck up, bisexual person. You're just as toxic. For being bisexual. For thinking that you are bisexual. Oh, you have a boyfriend. Congratulations. I retract my bullshit right away. Oh, wait, I don't. I do not. Because that just makes you gay right now. But I swear, guys, shut the fuck up, man. The most chill person I've ever met. It's just such a confusing thing, isn't it? It's like, oh, the community's like toxic and whatever. Everyone is worthy criticism. Just because someone is LGBTQ doesn't... they deserve pity points. They deserve to be treated as, babies of the internet. Or they'll be offended and call you a bigot. And it's terrifying, dude. How gay are you? See, again, the problem is if I, bunched up together the points, basically. You can say TikTok is run by men or something, some bullshit like that, and that's not how things work, okay? It's just not how things work. Even if I had, like, a man on the top of the leaderboard, even then it would be weird to say that I'm gay just because of that. Because I could be attracted to the girls that he likes and trying to steal that, or just being fed by him the girls that I like. So it would be still a kind of gay thing to happen, because I should be able to do that myself, and I should have my own taste that is pretty hard to feed, but anything is possible. Technically, Hearthstone is also made mostly by men, but it's more of a community than an actual person, so those don't count. The top leaderboard is girls only, man. And I actually am interested for how long the girls actually dominate that shit. I think it's like 6 or 7. Oh, wait, Todd Howard doesn't count because, yes, he's no, I'm definitely gay for Todd Howard. Very much gay. Alright. And then Justin Bieber shows up. Alright. I am ruined as a person, and I admit I am very gay because we have Todd Howard and Justin Bieber pretty high up there. Oh well. No need to watch gay porn anymore. We figure out I'm incredibly gay. We can calculate, no problem there. Just type in total Toddy JP. We've got a number 6,600 or 700, and then total Ari Jewel Tails LG 36,000, and we just divide the numbers, and we'll see if that changes in the future. So 669. Oh, it's a tough, because I have to divide by the total amount. So what is the total amount? Plus 6692, whatever. Divide by 42.8. Nope. Shit. Something like that. And I'm 15% gay, guys. I know exactly how gay I am. Isn't that crazy? But I still don't consider Todd Howard to be like 100% a person. I think of him as a Skyrim dude and an Elder Scrolls Legends dude. And that's it. The creator of these things that I enjoy so much. So, am I really sucking a dick right now? And again, Justin Bieber is just simply a Selena Gomez in disguise, okay? I don't see him as a man whatsoever either. So that 15% that we have, we can debate that. Also, I should be able to, scoop the entire top 25 people, because I actually have an expanded consciousness. So why should I just scrape, top 6 people? Why not care about top 25? Let's see if that changes anything. So you think I'm gonna do math on that? Fuck that shit. Well, eventually, if I'm curious enough. But you can attach that number, I'll give you guys the scoopy. Oh wow, I might be 15% gay. Isn't that crazy?
Sexuality is a spectrum.
It is,
right?
yeah.
How do you know? What is the evidence for that? Why can I agree with anything? I don't think sexuality is a spectrum, just like, RPG is not a choice. You don't choose to be a level 100 or a level 1 character. You start level 1 and then you progress to level 100 basically allowing yourself to choose wider and wider options, but normally you're just gonna end up playing one class with one skill and exploit the game in some kind of way. And yes, you can say, oh wow, I'm exploiting the game in such a cool fucking way, no one is doing what I'm doing. Shut the fuck up, man. Shut the fuck up. You still had to go from level 1 to level 100, and I don't even care what happens then, dude. I don't care. I hope you enjoyed your journey to level 100, but you can't just like undefine yourself and your journey any way you want based on the ending, you know, of the story. You know, so like the entire story is like you uh, playing with girls or whatever. It could be sexually, might not be, or like romanticizing women. And in the end of the story, you like suck a dick. And so we establish like, oh, you're definitely gay, and very much so, based on the ending, based on your level 100 experience of what you decided to do. Oh, in the end, you're actually pretty gay. No, we take the entire storyline, dude. There's no escape. You can't just change sexuality with a snap. Alright? Just like when you jump off a cliff, you cannot choose, like, to stop falling. I'm sorry, dude. Your story is screwed on that point.
How gay are you?
Honestly, like, one thing I do appreciate is the emotional depth that it has. But the way I see it is, the question of how gay are you is actually the question of how evil you are. Literally how evil. Like, you dig deep down inside yourself. It's like, I want to deceive people. I want to manipulate people. I want to test different waters. And usually the waters that I test, I want to figure out what can I exploit for profit and self-pleasure. Oh, wow. Yes. That's what I feel is happening, actually. Deep down. Let's see how evil you guys are.
0.
Myself at like a 5. I think a 5. I'm like kind of
Right in the middle because I don't know who I am yet.
You got time.
I don't know, maybe, look at the mirror. Look like an attractive girl. I'm sure that's not a valuable trait that you have, but maybe you'll discover at some point, am I right? I'm just right in the middle, you know? Yeah. It's like, I'm right in the middle into making a valuable contract and buying, you know, like new piece of technology that I very much need, but you know, I still got time. No need. You know, it would change my life and make things a lot easier and make me a lot happier, but I'm just kind of in the middle right now of deciding, you know. Like, I'm also a fucking blonde. Shut the fuck up. Also, this little shit is asexual, then. How did you discover that one? By being a virgin or something? That's what it looks like to me, man. Or she got a heartbreak or something. You never know, dude. This is such insanity material that you're better off thinking that these people are traumatized for labeling themselves rather than actually thinking that they're making a rational decision. Because no one's that fucking rational anyways. But you like playing with fire, playing with the most complicated concepts in the world, and you think you're not traumatized to choose either way? People who say, I don't like labels, I could respect that. But the rest of the people who think they have things figured out, because labels, they stick hard and they can destroy your life, technically, if you put them on yourself and they're not actually empowering you in any way. Which I do believe this is all about getting those pity points for how weak and stupid you are, basically. Those are the labels, man. And you can use the argument, oh, but sexuality is such an attractive thing. Yeah, that's why I just focus on it, on the one that I have. I'm not experimenting. Experimenting is, again, it's a kinky thing to do. But I'm here for value. I'm not here to, like, explore. See, like, you know, a kinky thing for me as a reviewer would be to watch Markiplier. And I'm not gonna do that. Or, like, enjoy, like, genuinely enjoy Billie Eilish. I put them in the same category and I always mention that. It would be, you know, a kinky thing. And that's another, you know, you should invite Billie Eilish into your LGBTQ community, you know, as an asexual. I'm sure she's gonna love it. I will invite her myself. Billie Eilish is now a part of this community. Have fun. Have fun. I'm sure she's a cool girl, and you will love her very much. And you can also invite, as I've said, Markiplier, because I don't need him on YouTube right now. He could just be sitting in this community and having fun playing horror games, which this thing is technically a horror game in disguise, you know?
Where are you in the spectrum?
You know what I want to see? I want to be heartbroken. So right now we're getting into the 10 spectrum. If there's an attractive woman that says she's gay, at least I'll be heartbroken, you know. But I'll start following her. No, she's not an influencer, very likely. These are just random people. Well, at least we're gonna have like a little highlight. But if everyone is ugly and unattractive, of course you're gay. What else are you gonna be doing in life? Tell me something I don't know, dude. Tell me something. You're not just gay, you're also desperate and absolute garbage of the society, basically, that nobody needs. Because, well, the way people look here, because that's how they're presented, I'll definitely judge them by that right now. You know? That's how you appear to me now. Just some random tea, you know? I mean, they present themselves like, this bitch, like, has pink hair, like, but she also looks very ugly. And like skater boys, so that's cool. At least she's straight. So let's see if there's who's the most attractive girls, because I know, you know, I want to be heartbroken, alright? I want to run this amazing experiment. Guess what just happened?
Like, I like you too.
Oh my god.
I started listening to Billie Eilish when I was like 14, and then I was like, she's really, really, really hot.
What's your sexual orientation?
You're officially invited, Billie Eilish. Congratulations. It's not just me, guys. It is not just me. And she's hot. Well, what are you talking about, dude? She doesn't have feminine qualities. I'm sure she's hot. I'm sure that's a cool way to escape, you know, your being attracted to men, except you're now attracted to, like, the weirdest women on the planet at this point. Like, what, just the fucking nightmare fuel or some. How do you define Billie Eilish, and what is so attractive about her, you know? Shouldn't I have like 1,000 or sizable amount, you know, like 100 pictures of her? Maybe I collect like five. But honestly, I just picked one. I picked one, and I will cherish. You know, no. She did the sexy thing. There was the sexy phase of Vogue or something. And then was one song that I liked. And I took one picture of that song and I will remember Billie Eilish that way. You know, I made my choice. Jesus Christ, can you believe, dude? You name the devil, and the devil shows up, man. Holy crap, the magic, the juice. But you know, the devil shows up in mysterious ways. It's like, oh, now she's gonna say Billie Eilish very soon. Just like you wanted me to appear that way. And the devil is gonna be like, show up in a way like, oh, I really like the devil. Oh, really? Interesting. You know, you're also in that, end of the video where the spectrum is getting weirder and weirder. So you're at the 10. You're saying 10 out of 10? You know, you can't do that either. Like, most people said 1 on this side. Not a lot of people said 0, but there's some. But saying 10 on this side so consistently is a little bit weirder than, like extremely weird, actually. Because it's getting weirder and weirder, and 10 is like extremely weird. Oh my god. No room for thought? You transition and there's no room for thought or regret that reduces your sexuality? No, you're just all in, man. Nice poker hand you have there. Oh, you're not gonna reveal that one. You're just gonna fold, I believe. The moment you see me, you're just gonna fold your poker hand instantly. No need, cause I'm just a little bit too confident that I can win with whatever hand I have. I'm just very confident. I guess it's a weird order because I didn't really find anything. Not sure why this is spiking. Is this a dude or something? Why is this spiked in viewership? There's nothing weird about this.
You're a woman? A
Lesbian.
Gay as fuck.
When do you think
I guess people... No, there's that guy stuck in this room of women, basically. He's saying gay as fuck, and it's like... I guess that's the part that people like the most. Yeah, I guess the most attractive one was that blonde girl that I showed you guys, and everyone else looks like garbage. So, throwing mixed feelings at me, I'll take that, dude. I'll take that anytime. Because everyone else looks like garbage anyways. And then they kind of give me a cool opinion. But this mixed feelings opinion, yes, you can say whatever you want. Do you have Instagram? Can we find you? I will like this video so I remember what we talked about if this actually pops up ever again. I'm that fucking weird. You not only have time, but you have a follower. Crush? Who is your crush? I don't know, guys. Give me one. Give me all of the 100 Instagram accounts now. What do I do now? Now I feel heartbroken. But in a different way than I expected, am I right? I don't know. There's nothing shameful about this stuff. It's just you don't know what the fuck you're doing because the moment you face criticism, everything will fall apart. I'm very certain of that. Alright, so, what can we do with this? Do we have to type in gay again? Because I'm kind of running out of ideas still. Anti-gay commercials, gay TikTok. It's just like watching gay porn at this point. I guess my sexual orientation. Are you racist? What the hell, dude? It's like, is there actually? Because okay, no, different. I don't know, dude. Oh, Billie Eilish has to show up for some reason. What a little shit, man. You didn't have to. You just didn't have to. There's no need. to be his play toy because I looked like a girl. Here you go, boys. That's what you have to click on if you're researching gay, okay? Which guy is secretly gay? Should we try and survive this video? Joy Garcia? Well, he's now running the stupid, I forgot, man. There's that special channel that PewDiePie likes that runs these experiments. Is it not, like, highlighted? Dude, you gotta mention that. Until I remember the name. Is there no name, dude? Are you serious right now? You guys playing dirty with me, dude. If I just type PewDiePie, I should get the name, actually. J. Jubilee, you know. Jubilee, whatever. That's the name of the channel. Anyways, so let's survive this video, and that's gonna be it. I don't even want to talk about gays, because, like, it's fucking boring. These things are, like, weird. But being gay and lesbian is, like, it's kind of boring. It's like, yeah, you just look desperate at this point. You just seem a little bit desperate. Because it's kind of easy, like, for a man to understand men, it's very easy to then approach them and manipulate them into being sexual with you, because you know they like being sexual in that sense, but they might just, you know, give up and stop chasing girls at this point and just like, oh, okay, I'll suck a dick, you know. I want to know how it feels like, and I might get addicted to it, whatever. And, you know, it spirals into that stupid, weird stuff. I was like, well, we're being sexual, we're being connected with each other and all that stuff, so why stop there? You know? Just like Shane Dawson liked being fat, and now he likes being gay. Why stop there? You know? Try more drugs. That's how I see it, man. It's just straightforward nonsense. So let's try and survive this nonsense. See what we come up with. If there is anything to talk about. Because this should be a good content, good way to introduce the gay concept in general, you know? It's kind of fascinating. Why is Joey playing this game? Is he secretly gay? What is that the way to come out to play a game like this? That's pretty cool.
Yes. Okay.
So this guy is openly gay, and should I dive into his YouTube channel? Of course. I might even just ignore what he just made with this video and just, you know. Ooh, don't wait. That's a lot easier for me to consume a fucking music video. Ah, fantastic. Grasifa, you know what's gonna happen, Mr. Grasifa? Because he's like an old school YouTuber that I've never interacted with, and his last name is Grace. Wait, Grey Day. Oh no, that would be so cool. I have a Grey Day though. Well, fuck it then. I'll rename Grey Day into Felly Day, because that's the Felicia, or if I remember it correctly. So that's cool. And then we're just gonna have Grace, no problem. Except if I don't like this guy, I can always switch him for a girl. which is a very useful feature for a gay man to be switched into a girl whenever I don't like him anymore. Isn't that fucking cool? Because again, Grace is one of those weird old school YouTubers now doing podcasts or whatever. Not very attractive, but you know, I would rather have that in case something goes wrong. So he's promoting the gay agenda, explore, find what you're looking for, all that stuff. You know. What you're looking for are principles, guys. Yeah, principles are probably very deadly, and you might not be able to survive the pressure of society, and society doesn't like principles yet. It's not ready for principles. Why would that be the case? Well, unfortunately, maybe the first generation is not ready for principles, but the second generation definitely is and has to, because it's the next generation. There's 4, and there's 4 things to care about, and the second thing is in fact principles. So this will not stand the test of time, but it's going to be quite a resource to digest, you know. See what happens. So explore, guys. Exploration is quite a principle, but the way it's introduced here is going to be the most destructive form of all time. So explore using your sexuality and attach to different kinds of people and diversify your portfolio. Nuh-uh, that's not what it says. It means, oh, consider that you can manipulate a dude and get a much better relationship out of that, using those superpowers, than, you know, trying to get a girl or liking a girl to begin with. This garbage. This gonna be gay, dude. You're gonna attract a man much easier, dude. Explore. Let's see what your possibilities are. Sometimes you just shouldn't play the game if you can't win the way you want. But people gonna be desperate, and they're gonna cheat, and they're gonna find stupid ways to play the game. I've seen that as well. It does not surprise me, guys. I have many weapons and shields and armor that you cannot penetrate with these stupid ideas, man. When I see something as stupid, You're far away from ever influencing me in any way. Alright? Obviously, the beautiful thing that it's not trying to be blatant and stupid. But obviously, in the end, it shows its true intentions. You know, you have to speak sense to not be hated, first of all. To deter a little bit of hate and to survive emotional damage. So you have to speak sense and have sense, surely. But then in the end, there's going to be that spiky moment that you're going to be known for, and I'm sure you were not desperate to be known for of anything. You were desperate to give sense and meaning to people. Nah, let's spice it up, man. Because that's how I feel. I explored, guys. I feel so good about myself now.
Be ready. Who says you can't explore?
That's also a cool feeling to project, that you're like saving someone by loving them very much. I'm sure that happens all the time, guys. I'm sure if you love someone very much, then the first thing you do is not love them, is give them what they want. So that's why I see it as manipulation. Alright? You have to assume that everyone is straight, and as a gay person, that you will struggle tremendously for choosing to be gay. Alright? You can't just, assume that, everyone is gonna be gay because I'm gay. Nuh-uh, dude. Now you have lost a tire. You're going to be grinding on the asphalt. You're going to be barely moving with your car. But that's how you identify yourself as. Alright? As a crippled, pity, asking for pity person, or just straight up manipulating, you know. Also, it was probably a bad example, losing a tire. But you're still trying to drive, you know. It's fine. That's how the car works. It's the asphalt that is being the road is that being offensive here. You know, the road has to apply to my wishes and dreams. I'm just exploring what it's like to drive without a tire. It's so simple, guys. You can add as many principles as you want, as much sugar flavoring on top of your bullshit as much as you want. I'm still not gonna eat it, dude. Alright? This is gonna be my face when I'll try to fucking taste your bullshit. And you're probably gonna laugh at me because that's exactly what you wanted. A taste test. That's all you're gonna get, though. And you're gonna get a slap in the face in the end. Wait. The dude prompted the fucking gay stuff. Oh my god. I take everything back. This is the most moral music video I've ever seen. And I have no problems with it. I'm serious, like, I thought he was gonna fucking manipulate him. No, it's the other way around. But guess what? It is his music video. And you would want to manipulate a YouTuber like that. But now it's just like, it's a submissive thing to do at this point. You're not in point of power. He just chose that out of nowhere. I can replay the scene if you want. He's like, oh, what do you want, dude? I want you to lose this game and become gay. But there's another thing where, you know, it's like, oh, okay. Is that was easy? Oh, there's commentary, so it's even more moral than a usual music video, where you get to decide fate for yourself. Let's see the commentary now.
On this upcoming Tuesday.
Oh, you're not only gay, but you wrote a book about it. Oh, now I do not have any respect. But, well, it was 7 years ago. I'm sure times has changed, and your book is now a worldwide success. You know, he looked into the future, and he definitely assessed his risks. And what is a book, by the way? I kind of forgot what a book is, but we'll never know, guys.
And link.
The only struggle you're gonna go through is find out that I exist. That's the only struggle. But I am talking to a dude 7 years ago, so... And it's a cool music video that I will never watch again because it's just creepy, you know? In the end, you know? Again, if in the end you are sucking a dick and defining yourself as a gay, even though there's plenty of women, too. It's kind of weird, isn't it? He has access to both genders and a lot of resources. And chose to be gay. What a shame, man. What a shame. Oh, Taylor Swift. I'll click that. And then there's that twist. He loses his girlfriend, and then she cheats on him, and then the gay thing happens when they just team up and they say, oh, we're bros now. You know, I'm surprised Ian and Anthony from Smosh are not gay. You know, that would be fucking cool little twist ending. That's what I want. That one, I would be able to agree on that one. Because they look pretty single to me as well, so I'm not sure what the fuck is happening there. Like, literally, Ian is surrounded by girls, and Anthony can interview as many girls as he wants, and they look very single to me for some reason. What the fuck is wrong with that, dude? Like, if relationships are so important to people, I'm just not even talking about sexuality at this point. Relationships, which is what you start with and end up with sexuality. If people can't even have relationships that they flex on me. If someone as cute as Shu, who got a video previously, I made a video about her. She broke up. Like, what is happening, dude? What the fuck is happening? You have no evidence of anything ever, dude. I'm not influenced by relationships. The only person who has evidence like MatPat, he even has a child now. It's fucking wow. It's the only dude who actually cares about evidence these days. The theorist. No one else can. Well, maybe PewDiePie technically, very much so as well. Anyone else? Yeah, everyone except, the Jewel. Because, Taylor makes breakup songs. Selena cries about Justin Bieber so much that he appears in my fucking top list. And then Ariana is married. Congratulations. Yeah, like, it's just so normal to me that being approached with this community is like, dude, like, you're bending reality as we know it. You're not introducing something new. You're like just bending reality of what people tend to do at this point. That's not how communities work, dude. Let's recap a little bit. Alright? Racing games. You can do that. Minecraft. You can play Minecraft. It's nothing's gonna change. Music's anti-science. Being an insult. That's a weird one. But anyone can do that, and it's not difficult either, by the way. Again, just the difficulty of being a part of this community, identifying yourself as something, building relationships, man. Are you kidding me, dude? Are you kidding me? Just call yourself a relationship community or something, but defining yourself with a bunch of sexuality stitched together as some kind of zombie Frankenstein monster. I don't know, dude. Rethink your existence, guys. I can invite you eventually, but this is where I stand right now, and it's 2 hours, so it's time's up. That's how I feel. That's what you have to battle. I probably sent people this video if they define themselves as gay or whatever. So, thank you for watching it as a whole. Putting the whole big ass dick in your mouth. I hope it tastes very well. But I'll masturbate later because I don't want to give you my juice whatsoever. Just the feeling, and just want to give you the feeling. Giving you the juice is too much, man. You don't deserve it. Also, it would be too difficult for me anyways. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just weird like that. But, what a pain in the ass, man. It's like, as if, it's the same thing as, like, there being, like, a rich community, rich people community. Like, come on, man. I'm not gonna invite rich people. Get the fuck out of here, dude. If you have too much of some kind of resource, and you're not sharing that resource, and letting me understand what it is, and interacting with other people, and inviting people into your community, and seeing how expensive it is to invite a person. If it's too expensive, it's never gonna happen. So it's just like defining yourself as like a rich person and being able to do whatever the fuck you want, and you're just not going to be influential or build a community around that because it's too expensive for other people to do, and you don't want to, because in a community you actually have to share resources most of the time. Most of the time, if someone asks you to give you resources, you're gonna feel like you're obligated to do it because they need your help technically. For some reason, if they have good reasons, like no stopping you, or you're gonna be booted out of that community. You don't want to do that. So it's a cool place, you know, maybe to have some cool orgies. I can't wait to be a part of this community. All right, real porn community, not just on the video. Yeah, I'll take that. All right. So define yourself as such, and until that happens, which it will take a lot of time, dude, for them to, upgrade their flag a little bit. Rainbow is not, it's not good enough, dude. I already used like 4 colors already for elements. I'm probably gonna be using 8 eventually. Once I define all 8 personalities and define them as very important, I'll just steal the rainbow. You can't have that. Or someone else is gonna steal the rainbow anyways. So you can't have that, and you can't just have a bunch of letters stitched together and form this monster creature. So you can't have none of this shit. Alright? You really want it? You really want this cake? But it's gonna make you fat and ugly. See you guys next time.